Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Glaut. Glaut is an AI-native customer research software focused on the power of AI-moderated interviews, or AMI. Today, I'm going to show you how to use AMIs to fight fraud and prevent bad quality respondents. Let's dive in. So first of all, what is an AMI? An AMI is a new data collection methodology, a hybrid between qual and quant. An AMI is efficient and scalable like a survey or COWI, but it goes in depth like a one-to-one interview. An AMI is a semi-structured interview that gets moderated by our software, leveraging AI algorithms. The software will interpret respondent answers and dig deeper through follow-up and probing questions. The main difference versus a survey is that an AMI is voice-based, and the respondents will be able to engage with Glaut in over 50 languages natively. Today, one of the biggest problems in customer research is the quality of responses. Fighting fraud is a priority for every data collection company, and Glaut has fraud fighting as its main priority at the moment. So what I'm going to show you are ways to lower the number of bad respondents. Bad respondents can show up in a series of different type of fraudulent behaviors, like straight lining, speeding, answering using chatbots, or copy and pasting answers through ChatGPT. Let me show you 4 different ways that Glaut leverages AMIs to fight fraud. First of all, voice-only mode. This is very interesting because differently from any survey so far, we can allow the respondent response only through voice, avoiding any type of chatbot, avoiding copy and pasting answers, avoiding speeding and straight lining through surveys that are built with Likert scales. Point number 2, uncooperative respondents detection. In this one, we'll show you how Glaut avoids gibberish or super short answers asking for additional probing to respondents. If they do not engage with Glaut, Glaut will exclude them, keeping the quality of responses high. Point number 3, consistency evaluation. Glaut has a smart memory, and that allows Glaut to identify inconsistent responses and exclude them from the data collection. And finally, interpretative scoring. We can use Glaut to give a score to every interview, a quality score, composed on a different scale for every single question based on the researcher hypothesis. This will allow the researcher to identify the highest quality answers and remove the bad quality answers. Let's dive in with the help of Elena, my colleague.
Thanks, Matt. I'm Elena, Head of Marketing in Glaut. So let's start with how Glaut ensures higher quality responses, the voice-only mode. Thanks to the voice-only setting, you can design interviews where participants are required to speak. And when people talk, they can fake it. No speeding, no straight lining, no bots. Just real, thoughtful answers in their own voice. So this isn't just a design choice, it's a quality control mechanism. Let's see it. Now I'll go through a quick voice-based interaction so you can see how Glaut moderates the session in real time and in voice-only mode. So,
Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Let's get started with the first question. Which brand of smartphone do you currently use?
Apple. I'm using Apple.
Great. Could you share a specific example of what you like about using your Apple smartphone?
Okay, as you can see in the interview interface, the respondent only see the microphone. There's no text box, no way to cheat the system. I have to respond through voice. Now I'll go through a quick voice-based interaction so you can see how Glaut moderates the session in real time and in voice-only mode. So, the second way Glaut ensures high-quality responses is through what we call the Uncooperative Detector. This is more than a basic screener. It's a live safeguard that continuously monitors participant behavior and removes low-quality respondents while the interviews is still happening. So, instead of discovering bad data at the end, you prevent it from entering your dataset at all. Glaut detects inattention, nonsense input, toxicity, and speeding and acts instantly without human intervention. Let's pretend I'm an uncooperative participant who's trying to rush through the end of this interview.
Hello. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. Let's get started. Which brand of smartphone do you currently use?
I don't know.
It seems like you might not be sure. Could you please check your phone and let me know the brand?
I don't know.
It looks like you're providing inconsistent replies. Could you please check your phone and tell me the brand?
Glaut now, he's warning me, you see? I don't know.
Thank you for your time, but we'll need to end the interview as it's not progressing.
And now, he's redirecting me out of the interview. Here it is. The third way Glaut protects data quality is by detecting inconsistency responses during the interview. In qualitative research, inconsistency often means someone's not really paying attention. Glaut spots these moments automatically and takes action in real time. Let me show you a simple example. We're interviewing participants about their chocolate preferences. Among the 6 questions, 2 are designed to check for consistency.
Let's get started with the first question. How often do you eat chocolate in a typical week?
Every day.
Thank you. What type of chocolate do you usually prefer?
This is the first one. Dark chocolate.
When do you usually crave chocolate the most?
After lunch.
Is there a type of chocolate you dislike or avoid?
This is the check for consistency question. So, dark chocolate.
It seems like there's an inconsistency in your responses. You mentioned that you usually prefer dark chocolate, but now you're saying you dislike or avoid it. Could you clarify this for me?
Dark chocolate.
Thank you for your time, but we'll need to end the interview as it's not progressing.
And now he's redirecting me out. Here we are to our final feature, the interpretative score. Glaut uses interpretative analysis to evaluate how meaningful, specific, and clear a participant's responses are. Not one by one, but looking at the full picture across multiple questions. Here's an example from a study on jazz music. We ask participants 3 open-ended questions on the topic. Glaut looks at all 3 answers together and assigns an interpretative score across 3 dimensions: clarity, specificity, and relevance score. So, these aren't numeric scores, they're qualitative classifications, high, medium, or low. Let's take specificity, for instance. We asked Glaut to assess how detailed and precise someone is when talking about jazz across all 3 answers. And if you want to quantify this qualitative score, you can export the data into a CSV file through this button. Here, we are into the CSV file exported from Glaut, and here you can see Glaut automatically applies a codebook. So low 1, medium 2, high 3. And also, Glaut allows you to create an expert score by summing the 3 dimensions, giving you a range from 3 to 9. In this case, we set the bar at 8 or 9, meaning only participants with consistently high quality, thoughtful answers on all 3 questions move forward.
Thanks a lot, Elena, for the super interesting deep dive on Glaut's 4 key features to avoid or prevent fraud for bread respondents. So to recap, these 4 features are: 1, the voice-only mode. Once activated, respondents will not be able to type or click on answers, but only respond via voice. 2 is the uncooperative respondents detection, through which Glaut will interpret a respondent's answer and make sure that those gibberish or super short answers are excluded from the sample. 3 is the consistency evaluation, through which Glaut will be able, within the same interview, to recognize and flag inconsistent answers to give the researcher the option to exclude them or not. And 4th is the interpretative scoring system, which allows the researcher to create a scale, an interpretative scale of high, medium, and low quality answers, which will be used question by question to identify the best answers, the ones where respondents show the highest level of knowledge or interest. Moving forward, for whom is Glaut tailored for? For experienced researchers that lives in an in-house research team or a market research firm, or that works as a freelancer. But we are targeted to those researchers that look for a very high level of control and customization in their research experience. So Glaut manages a variety of use cases, including asset testing, customer experience, branding, and so on, with a lot of customization and control. For example, piping, branching, quota management, screen outs, and all of those features that make the research much more interesting and insightful. Finally, Glaut is accessible through 2 ways. One is a do-it-yourself platform that is available for every researcher, and for the ones that need or want some help in the execution of field services, our team will step in and make sure that you have an incredible research experience. If this is interesting for you, I'd be happy to talk. Here's my email, or you can book a demo directly on our calendar. I'm thankful for this opportunity, and I hope that you learned how AI-moderated interviews can help your research fighting or preventing fraud from bad respondents. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Elena, for the super interesting deep dive on Glaut's 4 key features to avoid or prevent fraud for bread respondents. So to recap, these 4 features are: 1, the voice-only mode. Once activated, respondents will not be able to type or click on answers, but only respond via voice. 2 is the uncooperative respondents detection, through which Glaut will interpret a respondent's answer and make sure that those gibberish or super short answers are excluded from the sample. 3 is the consistency evaluation,